there, space exploration looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes.
But it's not just about cool rockets and high-tech gadgets. It's about people. And it's one of the great adventures of all time. Welcome to Explorers Wanted. Here, you can see what's happening at NASA today and get a feel for what it takes to have a career in space exploration. Now, plans are already underway for humankind's next giant leap off the planet. Hey, and you're invited to be a part of that. We got a lot to get done, have to get you ready, and not a lot of time. So, if you're going to start a journey, you have to know where you're going, right?
Yes.
Well, fortunately, NASA has selected 4 possible destinations for us. First, there's the International Space Station. Did you realize that humans have lived and worked aboard the ISS for more than 16 years? You're going to be making a lot of trips to and from this orbiting space laboratory for many, many years to come. Next is our closest celestial neighbor, the Moon. The last time we were there was 1972. There's still so much that we can learn from up there. You might want to visit a rogue asteroid or a comet. How cool would that be? And then there's Mars. We have our robots there right now scoping things out for us. But which of these destinations do you feel most closely lives up to NASA's mission of space exploration and discovery? Any ideas? Let's take a look and see. Come right over here and stop. You're going to Mars. Now imagine standing on the red planet millions and millions of miles away from the Earth and looking up in the sky at the tiny blue planet where you were born. Before you can experience this moment, you have to answer 3 questions. Can you survive the long trip to Mars? How do you live on the surface of the planet? And can you return safely to Earth? Sounds difficult, doesn't it? In fact, these are some of the most complex problems that humankind has ever had to tackle. And NASA can't do that alone. They need your help. The trip to Mars is long and dangerous, so you're not going to make it in one giant leap. You have to start with smaller steps first. These other destinations will serve as a proving grounds to solving the challenges you'll face. Aboard the ISS, astronauts are conducting groundbreaking research that will pave the way for your journey. And plans are in the works to literally redirect a nearby asteroid into orbit around the Moon. I know that sounds like science fiction, but it's true. You're going to use that asteroid to perfect the capabilities for your Mars mission. And you might even find clues to the formation of our solar system. Meanwhile, the Moon is going to act as a perfect dress rehearsal for Mars. They both have far less gravity than the Earth, and they're both freezing. So now that you know where you're going, you need to figure out how to make that happen. And so, there we go, stop. Here's your launching point, the Kennedy Space Center. Now, from out here, you get a sense of just how fragile and special our little planet really is. By exploring Mars, we might better understand our home, our past, and our possible future. Because before you can push beyond the boundaries of planet Earth, you have to push beyond the boundaries of current science and technology. Microgravity is punishing on the human body. Your bones thin, your muscles shrink, your immune system weakens. We still have to figure out how to keep you healthy on that long journey. And even with our more powerful new rockets, you can't take everything with you that you need. So you have to live off the land. Back to basics as you learn to grow food, make water, build shelters. Now on the Earth, there are abundant resources to sustain life, but not on Mars. See, on Mars, you have to learn to conserve and reuse everything. And I mean everything. Now all of these things are being done to help get you to Mars. But human space exploration isn't just about pushing boundaries. It fulfills a deep need to understand our world and to explore the nature and meaning of human existence. And it's also pretty awesome. So now that you know where we're going, let's see what NASA is doing today to help us get there. There we go. Stop. That's better. Okay, we have some nice choices to work with, so let's start here. Put that on 1 for now. This one go to 2. That one will go to 3. Put that one on 4. I can put the star pattern up, because that looks awesome. Do you realize you're here today during one of the most exciting times in NASA's history? Since retiring the Space Shuttle program in 2011, NASA has been transferring low Earth orbit spaceflight to the private sector through a program called Commercial Resupply Services. Two companies, Orbital ATK and SpaceX, have been conducting resupply missions to the space station, carrying food, supplies, and scientific equipment to keep the station running and the astronauts exploring. The program has been highly successful, but it's only a beginning. Because with NASA's Commercial Crew Program, SpaceX and Boeing are fine-tuning their vehicles with the goal of achieving safe, reliable, and cost-effective access to and from low Earth orbit and the International Space Station. Think about this for just a minute. 100 years ago, there were no airlines. But just a few decades later, millions of people are traveling by air. In fact, many of you probably came here on an airline and you never gave it a second thought, right? Well, over the next couple of decades, commercial space transportation has the power to transform our world in ways not seen since the dawn of aviation over a century ago. And one thing is certain, it's going to take creative thinkers and problem solvers like you to help us on this incredible journey through space. So, now that you've been briefed, you're ready to become part of the future of space exploration. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to work at NASA? Whether you're flying a mission or whether you're supporting it from here on the ground, it takes a special kind of person. Someone who's willing to embrace and deal with these kinds of risks and challenges. Maybe somebody like you.
We don't know what the universe is made of. We don't know where the limits of the universe are. We don't know what dark matter is.
Nope.
We don't know.
Is it all figured out? No, it's not all figured out. It's never all figured out.
That's why it's so exciting.
It's just so much, and we know so little about it.
Why should we explore space when we have so many problems here on Earth?
People ask me this question all the time.
We don't take a rocket and fill it with dollars and blast it into outer space. Every dollar we spend is spent here on Earth. And that makes for a better economy.
It makes life better right here on Earth.
Amazing things have happened because of our space exploration. Cell phones,
Solar panels.
Environmental monitoring.
artificial limbs,
Communications.
pharmaceuticals, computer technology.
Solutions to problems here on Earth.
Just imagine what else will come.
So many more inventions and discoveries that we will use in our daily lives.
You only learn by really going out there and pushing the boundaries.
Exactly.
We don't know what's going to happen in the future.
What happened to Mars?
Mars once had an environment similar to Earth.
It has a Grand Canyon, the equivalent of Los Angeles to New York. So there was plenty of water on Mars in the past.
Where did it go? What happened?
How did Mars become a wasteland?
Could it happen here on Earth?
How can we as a species survive?
Could you bring Mars back to life?
We could learn by going off the planet and potentially bring those lessons back.
We learn more about what our eventual future may be.
What if an asteroid is coming towards Earth?
It could wipe out civilization as we know it.
What if we haven't developed a way to stop it? We'd have to sit back and watch it happen.
That will be a disaster. As a people, we would have failed.
We can sit here and do nothing. But did the caveman sit in his cave and do nothing? Or did the caveman look out at the hill and say, I wonder what's over that hill?
When you're part of a NASA team, you have to develop new technologies and solve problems that no one else has ever solved.
You need to figure out how to get hundreds of thousands of pounds of equipment to space.
How long can humans survive on the surface before ill effects?
We don't know right now how to keep food preserved long enough for the trip. So we'll need people to solve that problem.
This is going to be hard, harder than anything anyone has ever done.
Right now, I have no idea how we're going to do that, but we will.
And while you're doing all this, you might answer questions like, is there life out there?
Are we alone?
Are we alone?
Are we alone?
The greatest discoveries are yet to come.
And if you want to be involved in something big, something really big, where you can say you were part of the next step of human evolution, that's what exploring space is all about.
You can stay in the cave if you want to, but you can take a risk and you can walk over the hill and who knows what you'll find.
Look around. The first person to live on Mars might be in our audience today. Because today's young people are the heart and soul of the future, NASA. You are the ones that are going to lead us to our new frontiers and beyond. Because you are tomorrow's explorers.
All stations verified. Ready to resume count and go for launch.
LVTC.
Launch vehicles go.
STC.
Spacecraft is go.
GSTC.
Ground systems are go.
LPS.
LPS is go.
Flight.
Flight is go.
SMA.
Mission assurance is go.
LPE.
LPE is go.
RTD.
Recovery forces are go. RSO.
RSO is go. We have a reach clear to launch.
TDR.
DDR is go.
GLS.
We're go.
CDR.
Flight crew is go.
Attention all stations.
This is the launch director. We are go for launch.
T-minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
8, 7,
6. Ignition sequence starts. 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff.
On behalf of NASA and the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, I'd like to thank you for joining us. My name is Ken. I'm here to assist you on your journey through exploration space, and I hope you're having a great day with us at the Kennedy Space Center. Thank you.